So I have been using Pixellab for the past 2 years to create any design, and it has served millions of graphics designers who can afford a PC or a desktop to create their designs. Well, using this app to create my designs has been fun to me. That's why today I'm going to show you how I create my own designs with this tool. Support us by clicking the subscribe button and to like our video so that the YouTube algorithm can actually make our videos pop out to those who are interested in the same topic. Without wasting your time, let's go ahead to design. Now moving over to Pixellab, we are going to understand our text tool. We will understand Texttool first before we go to the next step. It's a step-by-step process. So we want to understand the basic tools or everything about text, because Pixel App is all about how creative you are. So if you don't understand the basics, you can't go beyond your imagination. That is what we are going to learn today, the text tool. So this is our spreadsheet. This background or this image you are seeing is called spreadsheet or workspace. This is a default text by Pixellab. So once you open your Pixellab, you're going to see this new text and the default color on your spreadsheet. All right, so my screen is on landscape, and you can see that my templates are on the right hand side. So if you are using the portrait mode, your template should be below the spreadsheet around this side. Well, it depends on which condition you are. Just to make sure you enjoy the video, I am using the landscape mode for this video. All right, so by the right hand side, your templates, I've already shown you that. So once you click on the text, the default text, and you click on A, you are going to have the tools to work with to be able to edit this default text. All these are the tools that we are going to understand today in this video. So we just want to go ahead to change this text to what we like. So there are 4 ways to do that. One is to click on the pencil tool at the top left corner of my screen. You can see the cursor pointing there. If you tap on it, you tap on the pencil tool, it will enable you to edit it, or you double tap on the text, it will enable you to edit it, or you click on the edit from the menu icon or the menu bar, which contains all the icons or the tools to edit the text, or you go to the layer icon, which is this. The layer icon will give you all the layers that you've imported or you are using on your spreadsheet. So once you open the layer icon, the layer bar will pop up, and then you click on the pencil tool and click on it again and it will open. So we just want to go ahead to edit this text by writing wisdom in. Now we've edited the text, or we've changed the text to what we like, which is wisdom in, and I don't like the font that was given to me. I can choose my own. How do I do it? I'll scroll down from the menu bar and locate where I have fonts and click on it. Now these are the basic or the default fonts from Pixellab. You can choose to add your own font of your choice by clicking on my font and then using these two icons to import your font. But first you need to have the files of those fonts before you can import them. So we want to use Java Black, and then I click on OK. I'll put a link to this font in the description. Just make sure to go through the description and to get the font so that you can enjoy the video. The next thing for me to do is to balance these fonts on my worksheet or spreadsheet. Now I want to use the relative position. Once I click on relative position, there are 2 tools I'm going to use. The 2 middle tools will enable me to position the text at the center of the spreadsheet. So tapping it, it has pushed it to the center of the spreadsheet. Now the next tool we are going to use is the copy tool. Now the copy tool will automatically take every duplicated text or duplicated layer to the top left corner of your spreadsheet. So just take note of that. So with your relative tool, it will enable you to take it to the middle. Okay, and after you're done with that, make sure you click the good. If you don't click the good icon, Pixellab is not going to save your progress. So I don't want to save the progress, so I'll click on the cancel. Now the next tool we are going to see is to front. To front to, what does it mean? Now I'm going to show because it's not going to be visible with the same text, it's not going to be visible. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll open the layer. Now from the layer, you can see that there's a blue line below the first layer, meaning that is the particular one that I'm working with presently. Now if I tap the second one, you will see that the blue line is now on the layer below the duplicated layer. Now I want to move the original layer to the top. Which tool do I use? That is where to front comes in. So tap onto front and it will just move forward. Now if I want to take that layer back to its previous position, I'll click what? To back. Or more still, at the left hand side of my layer, I have 8 dots. If I press and hold it, I can push it up automatically. It will just take it forward, and I can still do same. Push it down and it will bring it what? Backwards. So that is for the to back and the to front tool. Now for the position tool is just to make you move by pixels or by lines. But to make it faster, you can use your what? Your relative tool. It will just position it to where you want it to position. But to balance your layer, you will need to use the position tool. Now we'll go to size. Size is to increase the width of what? The text or the layer you are using. Alright, we want to move to the next one, which is padding. Padding is to actually delete a particular letter even without using our eraser tool. Let me show you. If we move the left padding to -20, you tap, you see that half of W is cut already. If we move the right padding, half of Y is cut already. So that is for padding too. It's just to cut out or stretch the font, the text rather. It's just to stretch the text so that you can be able to do what? You can easily control it. The next tool we are using is color. If it's your first time using Pixellab, you are going to get this basic color from black till the end. But once you import colors, you will have them in front of what? The black and the white. I will show you that in the next video, but we just want to use the basic color here to understand. Let's use blue. Okay, so that's that. We've changed the color. Let's move to texture and see. Texture is just to add another image in front of what? Your tool. Let's use this image and see. Just follow the way I'm cropping in, and then you'll be able to get yours. Once you're done, you click on good. This is the appearance. Everything about the appearance is maintain the ratio or to increase the size. Now opacity is to decrease the visibility of the text. You can discover that now the text is slightly visible. So that's the function of what? The opacity tool. Okay, moving over to rotate, you can rotate this to 180 and back to 180. In fact, 360 degrees. You can also use this small dot below to rotate it, but it depends on the kind of situation you find yourself. That's why I say Pixellab is all about your creativity. So keep it at 0 and will affect our progress. Now the max tool is to cut out an area of what? The text. This max tool is important for designing. There are some areas you will need to use it, and you don't need to ignore it. You will need to learn it. Later on, I'll make a video on this max tool. That's why you need to smash that subscribe button so that you can follow our tutorials that will be dropping every week. Don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying it already, to just support us and to let the YouTube algorithm know that we are really trying our best and to pop our videos at the top of other videos. Okay, once you enable it, you discover that part of the text is gone. If I affect the progress or the changes, Pixellab will affect those changes too. So that is that. If I want to off it, I just disable it. Today, I'm just showing you the function. I'm not really showing you in details each of them. I've shown you what the font is, and then let's go to style. This B is to bold the text. Now the U is to underline. Now this I, capital letter I that is slant, is italics. After moving it to italics, you discover that part of the Y is cut. What do? I will just go to padding and increase the right hand side so that the Y can show clearly. That is the function of what? Padding. So we'll go back to our style, and this T that has a slash is to disable all the changes you've made. Now we are going to curve, and curve is just to bend. When you are making a logo, probably an emblem logo, that is when you use this curve. It depends on the situation you are. So that's that. There's a bonus I'm going to give you at the end of the video, so make sure you watch this video to the end so that you will not miss it. Don't forget, smash the subscribe button to make sure you are updated with all our tutorials every week. Now, you can add a background to this text, and that is what I have done here. I have added the background. You can choose to remove the background from W and to begin it at what? At Z. Now, this is it. That is the background I've done what I have added. Now we can disable our background by just disabling it and saving our changes. Align is if you have text written. Let's give an instance. We have added it. Now we want to align this text. You discover that because of the texture we added, everything is what is having that same texture. So we want to align this text. Now you see how scattered and unarranged the text is. You see how scattered and unarranged the text is. Now the align tool will enable you to arrange what this text either to the left, move all of them to the left, sit at the middle, or to move it to the right. Let's disable this texture. Now this is how it is. So it will enable your work to be what? Arranged. That is the function of what? The align tool. Okay, so we are moving over to spacing. Spacing is just to give each word gap. That's the function of what spacing. You can even increase the words. That's if we had those words like wisdom is a good learning, it's a good YouTube channel for learning. If we had them, we could increase the spacing in each word. So that's for your spacing tool. Let's go to line spacing. If you increase the line spacing, you discover that it has increased. If you decrease it, it will just shrink. So that's that for line spacing. So we want to go to stroke. Stroke is an outline. Stroke means an outline. So once you click on it, you have an outline, and the visibility of what the text will be more pronounced. You can add a different color to your stroke to make it what cool. So you can just pick from any of these to add. You can even use a gradient color to add what your stroke to make your text look what cool. Now the shadow effect is just to add shadows to your design. Now I want to pick a shadow. We will come back to that. A video specifically for the shadow effect will be mentioned, or I will give you that video in our next tutorial. For now, we'll disable it because we are not needing it. Now the inner shadow, it has its own purpose. You will discover its own purpose. You see that the inner side of what the text is darkened. So the offset is just for you to place it what to place your shadow anywhere you want to. So that's that. Emboss is to make the edges to be cool. You are not going to see that unless we effect the 3D what for tool. So that's that for emboss. Want to go to the 3D rotate. Now this is to rotate the 3D, and this is to rotate it the other way around, the x-axis and the y-axis. So that is that for that one. The next one is the 3D text. Once you fit the 3D text, you have the perspective 3D and the oblique 3D. So whichever one you want to use, you can use it. I will explain that in another tutorial. This is just giving you a guideline of how each tool works. So a 3D shadow is just to make your text look as if it is placed on the ground. That is the function of the 3D shadow. So our reflection, let's see. Now the text we just wrote is reflecting down, just like it's placed on a table, and the table is a reflecting what table. So that is the function of what the reflection. So that is that for this video, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button to get our weekly tutorials on the text tool and about Pixellab and graphic designing as a whole. So here's what I have promised to give you as what a bonus. So we'll first of all change the background to black. Now we'll click on the text and we'll go to color. Tap the plus icon and move this one below to the last. We'll go to stroke and enable stroke. We'll increase the size a little bit and then we'll use the relative position to centralize the text. Now click on shadow and click on inner shadow. Blue is one of my favorite color. So comment in the section box below which is your favorite color. I'd love to know your favorite color. Follow the exact number I'm using so that you will be able to get the effect. We keep it at 6 and then we'll place the reflection too. So that's the design we want to make. I just want you to see the progress we have gone so far. Now we can you can decide to increase it or decrease it a bit. So that's that. All you just do is to click on the Dix icon and save as image. Always save your work in ultra mode because that's the highest pixels you can give to you and you can use it anywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.